Let's take a look at our second problem. John and Ariana bought school supplies. John spent $10.65 on 4 notebooks and 5 pens. Ariana spent $7.50 on 3 notebooks and 3 pens. What is the cost of 1 notebook and 1 pen? So first thing we're going to do is set up our variables. We're going to have x equal the cost per notebook. Going to have y equal cost per pen. Alright, and now we already set up our equations. So we know that John bought 4 notebooks and 5 pens, and his total was $10.65. Therefore, our first equation will be 4x plus 5y equals $10.65, or 10.65. And now Ariana, we know, bought 3 notebooks and 3 pens, and her total was $7.50. Alright, the method we're going to use to solve this problem is substitution. And in substitution, the first thing you have to do is you have to isolate one variable and just get it completely alone. So I'm going to take my second equation here, and I'm going to divide everything by 3. Okay, that's what I get when I divide everything by 3. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get x completely alone by subtracting y. Then that's going to give me x equals 2.5 minus y. Now I can plug x into my first equation right here. Alright, and now I'm ready to solve for y. Okay, so this is going to give me y equals 0.65. Alright, so per pen. So it costs 65 cents for 1 pen. Now I'm ready. Now that I have my y, I can solve for my x. So I'm going to take my original second equation, 3x plus 3y. I'm going to plug y into this equation. Going to give me x equals 1.85 per notebook. So it costs $1.85 for 1 notebook. Now that I have my 2 variables, it's important that I check my answers by plugging both variables back into both equations. So I'm going to take my first equation. Just going to plug both variables back into that. After I multiply everything and add everything together, 10.65 equals 10.65. So we know that my variables work for the first equation. Now let's try the second one. Alright, and then this should all equal 7.50, 7.50. Now I see that also works for my second equation. So my final answer is it costs 65 cents for one pen and $1.85 for one notebook.